Well, so I got the Android 14 installed, trying to downgrade, but that's apparently not so easy to do, although not a surprise. But of course, the manuals for upgrading the systems and all that kind of sucked as well in some sense. Because you have the standard way of updating things. See if I can remember where it is in regards to update, and it had Android 13. You have system updates, the C system update, and then you would usually do like check for update and all that. And it would say, well, you have the latest version and all that. But that apparently is not the way to do it on this mobile. You apparently need to go to my device and push this one and check for an update. Now you can also like local update. So I don't know in regards to these manuals that they did in regards to doing all sorts of weird stuff when you pretty much, as far as I can see, just need to download the file. Then you need to push the local update and fix it to the file, and then it begins to update the system. So I don't know in regards of all these PDFs on the download place where you actually download the files. It's like lots of different information that doesn't really work, and just confuse you. So of course, I would like, now that I've installed Android 14, actually downgrade to Android 13 again, because one of the things is that, as I feared, when you go, and this is Total Commander, you can download that for free. It's the very best application. You can't live without it. But anyway, when you go in here on your internal storage and you go into Android and you go into data, allow Total Commander to access the list of installed apps. Total Commander does not collect and share any information except. So now we have the applications, right? So we should be able to go into it. And then of course the clicking game of bullshit, but at least Google takes it a little diabolical step by step, ruining things. So I remember, like, I had this music program, and all of a sudden, the folder was in the root folder, and it was easy to find, and all the music files was in this specific folder. All of a sudden, he fixed it into these app data thing, and he also made it so when you actually made files, it spread it out in different kind of places and all that. And apparently, the program had been forced by Google to do rubbish. Now then, of course, we have the thing in regards of you know that they began to do the clicking game, and all the notation files in regards of for the application is in those data thing and all that. And all of a sudden, they did this nonsense, as they usually do, little by little, that you needed to go in here and push here, and then you could actually access the data, although you needed to do the clicking game. So you needed to do it on every single app folder. But at least you could do it. At least you had the possibility of actually getting access to your data. Now, not long ago, Google just went totally further diabolical mad in regards of the old snake, Satan, and as they work for him, clearly, their fruit is just absolutely diabolical. They take features away from the users all the time, and for security, or for this time they was like, see, is this for security, like this here, like privacy. They always use either privacy or security, or for your protection, and we're so concerned about you and this and that. Now this of course ended up me losing all my data on one of my mobiles, because I tried to find a solution so I can get access to my data again, which ended up me wiping out the entire phone, because Samsung was also so concerned about either privacy or security. I can't remember the thing. So if you open the bootloader, it's going to totally reset the phone. And I mistakenly ended up pushing something I shouldn't have pushed. But anyway, because I was looking for the warning, which apparently they seem to have removed in one of the updates. I couldn't find it at least. I was writing to someone and I wanted to get the right facts in regards to the warning, and I couldn't remember if it was, if they were concerned about privacy or whatever it was that they. So I wanted to find the warning again, and while doing that, I sadly ended up deleting all my data. But anyway, it's just wonderful to see how Google can just keep your data in a hostage situation. And when you then try to release the hostages, they just shoot them. And Samsung, of course, being helpful in regards to that as well. Evil company as well. But yeah, so now you can't. Now, of course, you also have the clicking game, right? In regards to write protected and all that. So you just have the clicking game, and but now it just says to protect your privacy, choose another folder. What in the world? Now, actually, I also found another thing that Android 14 has issues with. Usually, you could like enable this. Like, look at this. Um, Restricted setting for your security. This setting is currently unavailable. We are so pampered by these bullshitters, right? Oh, we should be so. Oh, you're not allowed to do this and that and all of that. Oh, it's for your security and your safety and your privacy. We're so concerned about you. So concerned, so you just lost all your data. Too bad, because you, the user, shouldn't have your user data anyway, right? You shouldn't have access to that and all your files and all your things that you actually created over many, many, hours, weeks, months, and all that. Too bad. We just took the possibility of you getting your data away from you. It's a sickening, and the problem is there's no really any alternative to this, Android system, sadly. I don't know why there isn't any alternative. They kind of have iPhone as well as like, a sickening system. So yeah, anyway, so there isn't really any kind of totally open source. That is the thing but the community just sucked absolutely. Well, that was at least a possibility. What is it called? I can't remember. Sailfish, but the community just sucked. So getting heavily censored and banned on that platform. I was trying it out if it was actually a possibility and all that, but if you don't have a good community, it's kind of, well, I guess Android communities are not that, but there are more people at least in regards to things. Okay, so as you can see on Android 14, you're not allowed to get access. Now on Android 13 on this phone, the Tank 3 phone, you could actually get access to it. Although you still needed to do the clicking game, but at least you wouldn't get this notice to protect your privacy. Choose another folder. Yeah. Okay. Um, so, by the way, at the moment, I have the this one active. The what do you call it? And I've tested that as well. It's and sucking the energy dry of the phone and all that. And at the moment, I also have the light turned on, and of course, I am also streaming at the moment. So what I'm trying to do is actually heat up the phone. So if I can get the what do you call it? It gives the warning that it's heated up and all that, and close down the projector or something like that. We'll see how far we get. It takes a little time to heat the phone up, and but we are streaming and we are having the operator in full light conditions and the screen as well in full light conditions, and I have the light turned on, and we can also further, I guess, help on that in regards of. And the weather is, it's a pretty nice day overall in regards of heat. So So we'll just see if we can heat the mobile up. Although again, it does take some time. It's a big phone and all that. It takes a little time to heat it up. Um, I haven't had any problems with the projector. It's pretty much just been running as it should. So yeah. Oh yeah. And by the way, in regards of charging the battery, I checked in regards of from 0 to 100. And there seems to be some issues in regards to how much energy is actually on the battery, because the first test try I did with this, and I'm going to do some more testing and all that. But let's see if I can get this little tester active so we can see it. And I guess we'll just turn on the camera here. Now flip the camera around. And no, that's not. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So the first tester here I made in regards of the camera here. Oh, sorry. The uh, in regards of the there you go. In regards to the energy that is went into the mobile, 101.9 watt hours. Now, of course, the mobile will use a little as well while being active and all that, but that's a lot less than expected. In regards to the amp hours, that's over to the left, but of course, in regards of amp hours, you have to understand in regards of the voltage and all that. So that's some calculations that you can actually do in regards of in here, in regards of in and out and all that, and the battery voltage and all that. But this is mostly to test batteries, as far as I recall. But yeah, that's not kind of. I would have expected a lot more watt hours according to the stats that they provide. Like a lot more, actually, a lot more. You have 100 and I calculated 150 watt hours or something like that. So 100 watt hours is a lot less. Now it's still a lot for a mobile for sure. It's like still a huge amount, but it's in regards to the calculations, and I have to fix the calculation for them. Um, and let's see here what I got. So there's something wrong in regards of some kind of data, and I'm not sure in regards of what data is now. We still have issues with Facebook as well, with all this nonsense of further security bullshit, and the messages is just a mess. Anyway, let's see here. Um, Also, the maximum I've charged this mobile with was 103 watts, according to the tester. Um, that's the furthest I've been up at. Of course, if you really want to, have a better tester, you can actually install on the mobile some applications so you don't have the tester between it. It's always better when you have less things between the device and the charger and all that. So of course, having a tester between it kind of puts it in the, and it's. So I know there's some applications where you can actually test how fast and so forward from inside the mobile itself, and um, so that of course would be but the highest I've had is 103 watts. Let's see here, where is the data on it? It's, kind of. Yeah, so I just found the data, and then of course it went away. Here we go. So as far as I calculated, um, you have two batteries in the mobile connected together, one on each side of the middle. One battery, 11.337 amp hours. So yeah, that's actually 11.337. So it seems like it's actually only in regards to the stats, when they say there's like they double the amount of amp hours in regards to when they say so either one of my batteries are not working, or there's a mistake here, because it seems like I'm only getting for the, if we look at it, it's like 11.747 amp hours, and that's what they kind of say, that like one battery having 11.337 amp hours, and this gets to 11.747, and of course the 11.337 amp hours times 7.74 nominal voltage gives you 89.75 watt hours for one battery. But the thing is, there's two batteries in it. At least the data should only be for one battery as far as I can see, because but the problem is when you go to the website, see here, Tank 3 website was like 8888. Then they kind of say that it, okay, let's see if we can find the website. Oh, there we go. They say 23.8 amp hours. Now, that would be double the amount, right? Yeah, that's double the amount. So they say there's like double the amount of amp hours in the mobile. Which means there should be 175.5 watt hours total in the mobile itself. And yet I'm only getting 101, which seems to be closer to the 87.75 watt hours. So either only one battery is working in this mobile, or something is wrong in regards to the data, That's the two options I can see. So either, and I don't, even with this battery thing, 100 watt hours, it takes a lot of time to drain the mobile for sure as well. So it's not like I do wonder if they actually miscalculated. I will do some further testing. I also have some other chargers. I'll just try to recheck those chargers. They say 87 watt hours. I'll just check the tester and all that and see how that goes. Empty them up and then charge them up and see if I get around 87. It should be around 87 watt hours I get on the batteries, on those Anker batteries when charging them up. And then I can check if, but there shouldn't be any problems in regards of yeah, there's a problem here in regards of the phone, in regards of the battery here. So again, either one of the batteries is not working in the phone, or that's not that's not the amount of energy that they say is in it, because they take like one battery, you have the stats of one battery, they double it up on the website, 23.8 amp hours. So they take two batteries and double them up, but I seem to only get for one battery. I sure am not getting 175.5 watt hours, only 100 watt hours. So now that could be a loose connection, I guess, in the battery. They're usually parallel in regards to the connection, as far as I recall, and thereby, if there's missing a connection for one battery, it could still work. But yeah, that might actually be missing. Okay. Anyway, in regards of getting into the recovery menu as well, it's kind of a little hard to figure that out as well. But what you do is you hold the volume up, key up, and the turn on button. So you are over here and here. So it's actually over here and there. There's a button over here. button up there and a button here. So the turn on key on the right on the mobile when you look at it here, and to the left, the volume up button. You push them for 5 to 10 seconds, and then you slide the finger over to the right on the turn on key. You slide that off. Now you still keep the other one hold, and you hold it until it gets into that menu. It will start up and it will get into this menu of where it says no data or something like that. Now then afterwards you push the turn on key for and push the volume up, and you get into the recovery menu. Now I was trying to follow some of those manuals they did, and I couldn't figure out. And then I finally found a YouTube where this guy's doing it to a tank tree and all that. Now the problem is I still need the drivers. I was looking into in regards of, now that I have Android 14, there's two options. Either I need to jailbreak the phone somehow, and I can't remember how to do that and all that. Or I need to downgrade to Android 13 and just run that, get back to the initial state. So, but I'm still testing things and all that. But yeah, it does seems like there's only one battery active. In regard, well, or at least they made a mistake. Either the data is correct that this is both of the batteries, or they kind of made a mistake in regards of calculating the batteries, and then they're kind of doing false advertising. So, but it is kind of interesting because I'm still getting a lot of juice out of this mobile. So I would actually think that it would be using both batteries, and that they just have some issues in regards of, because if this phone still keeps on going and going and going and going, and when you compare the batteries and all that to the size of the Anker batteries, and thinking how big they are for 87 kilowatt, they're nearly the same size as the mobile. It's, well, that's not, well, I guess they're still pretty big, and they have 87 key watt hours, sorry, 87 watt hours. Oh my brain. And they're still pretty big, right? So when you think about the mobile, that the batteries is just under, it's just down here, and it's kind of, hard to imagine how they can push 175 watt hours into that when Anker has kind of, only 87 in a big boy like that. So yeah, I don't know. Well, let's get some coffee. Okay, the mobile is, well, I guess, still being used. It's still heating up. We'll see if we can get this error of heat issue. The weather is pretty hot, so it should be possible to reach the. I was the manual of it and the other manual. And it's I don't see anything in regards to routing it or anything like that. It should just be standard knowledge how to totally refresh your mobile with a system. Now in regards of Android 13, now it seems like the mobile can't downgrade, as we're trying here. I've tried a couple of times. It's not a surprise. It could upgrade, but in regards of downgrading, it's not going so good, clearly. As you can see, it just runs system update, and it just doesn't do anything pretty much. So downgrading the system is kind of, not going so good. Yeah, it's not working, but it was working in regards of upgrading the system, and in regards of recovery, should actually be able to install the system, I guess, from a PC. Still needs the driver for the mobile. I'm not sure in regards to that yet, but see if I can get find the drivers for the tank tree. I guess I need to make a tank tree folder as well and get the things that I need, and maybe get back to the system that was installed. Well, maybe they're going to make an Android version that actually has the possibility of accessing your data, but we'll see in regards to 8849. Again, there's only two options. Either I need to jailbreak it, and I can't remember how to do that, and all the things and the steps and all that is kind of, um, but that's either one way, or I need to go back to Android 13, because this thing in regards to not being able to get access to your data is just, it's just disgusting. I need to be able to get access to my data. You can't just put it in a in a in a position of hostage situation. That's just disgusting. I actually wonder if this European nonsense actually is if that, yeah, I don't know. It's like you have two different kinds of devices, and one of them has to follow this European standard and all that, and they say there's no difference. But it's like, if there's no difference, why make two different systems? Why not just make one? If there's no difference between the European version and the non-European version, well, why make two different versions? Like, if that if the European update thing is really not of a difference, really, why bother with two different versions? Because it just makes more confusion for the users as well, and it also makes two versions to need to update and sort out and all that. So, like, I don't get it. um so what are we going to do from here on? I don't know. I'm going to drain the battery again. Now, again, there is a possibility, of course, that there's only one battery working in this mobile phone that I have, that there's a problem with it. Um, that's of course a possibility. I do not know. Um, there's two options. Either their data is wrong in regards to the battery, or my mobile only have one functional battery in it. Um, again, which it could be, because when you kind of have the batteries like this, see here, I can show you this. Like, when you have like two cells like this, they're connected like in parallel, and so they go from plus to plus and minus to minus, and then they connect up. Now, this is a standard battery that is usually like a bigger size battery than the standard, and as you can see, they take two cells. Now, this was an overblown battery, so it's one of those batteries that, was being thrown out anyway. The cells tend to, begin to lift up and all that, and like, anyway. So, and you have the print up here, and this print is the thing that is usually read, or pushed to the mobile, and then you can see there's two cells. Now, these two cells are like, this thing is actually connected to the other side. But the thing is, you could, if there's a loose connection, of course, this second battery wouldn't be used. Now, that could be possible as well in this mobile. Um, that's a possibility. But I just do wonder in regards to these batteries. Of course they are, but it's like 100 and, what was it, 175 watt hours or something like that. It is a lot, and it feels like, that's a lot in a, even if the mobile is big and all that, it just still feels like that's a lot of juice. Um, so I don't have any other that apparently, um, at the moment in regards to testing it. they would need something to test in regards to how much juice is actually going into the mobile. Although there's of course the possibility of using applications on the Android phone itself. I know there exists some of these applications, so we could actually figure out if it's actually, how much there actually is on the mobile in real life work around and all that, and who actually have an issue. Um, so yeah, I probably should write 8847 support. They do seem to be. But they actually also sent me in regards of volume up while holding the power button until you see the boot interface. But that's not exactly how you actually do it. But that's how they sent me a guide in regards of it. It's like a picture of another kind of phone, holding volume up while holding the power button until you see the boot interface. And they say free your hand and wait for a few seconds. Then you see the recovery menu with no command in the mid of screen appears. I'm like, why would they give you false information? Because that's not, as far as I can see, how you do it. And that's the problem when they send false information to people. It's very annoying. What you do is push the volume up and push the turn on and hold them together 5 to 10 seconds. I haven't really tried out in regards to how, but it's like 5 to 10 seconds. Then you slide the finger from on the right side from the turn on button away and still hold the volume button up. And then you wait for it to go, and it goes into that screen where it says what, like no something, let's see here, and then you push the turn on screen and push the volume up button, and that gets you into the Android recovery. But it's like, why can't they even get that right? Like, it's like, give me a break. Shouldn't be that difficult to get things right. But sending all these different kinds of information is just rubbish. And even that these information should be standard, but I guess there's the diabolical world of Satan. It just tend to you tend to because when they send you false information, you end up wasting your time. And time, it's like, we shouldn't waste our time. And then of course, every time you need to circumvent an issue like not having access to your data is just a waste of time of the user. Anyway, I want to get back to Android 13 that was actually installed in the system, because I need to jailbreak it somehow. And I guess I will need the bootloader then to be open, but I don't think anyone really has anything in regards to how to do all these things. And I now, of course, further digging into things and all that. But it's like, you gotta be kidding me that you need to sit and use all these things to actually get things to work. It's kind of um, oh well, it is what it is. So let's see here, the last one. Please long press the power button and the volume up button at the same time to enter the recovery in the recovery mode. Use the volume button to select the menu, confirm. But this is rubbish. This is rubbish information, and I was sitting there and trying things. Why would they send things like that? And I still don't get the European Union EEA is a version for the European Union, because European Union phones needs to comply with the GP or GDPR standard. And I'm like, they say there's no difference between the two versions. And I'm like, if there's no difference between the two versions, why not just have one version instead of two? Um, clearly there's some difference. So the question is, what is different? Just give me the over. There must be something in regards of difference. Don't tell me there's no difference. Well, it's just in regards to this GP, but there's no difference, and yet there is this difference. Just what is the difference? And just give me a break. It's like they're all these things that is being done in the shadows. We're not allowed to know. And in regards to the upgrading, that wasn't that hard if I had just had the right instructions instead of trying all these different instructions that didn't work and all that. It's just give me a break. Um, so I'm not totally happy about that. But yeah, I guess, and I'm not entirely sure what to do at the moment because there's either I need to see if I can install Android 13 again, and that would probably I probably need to get Windows 7 then and install the drivers for the mobile phone and use ABD or whatever it's called and use some commands to actually do it that way. And I can't remember all the things but yeah, there's something in regards to that needs to be then sorted out and that I need to relearn. Um, yeah. So yeah, it is what it is, I guess. So I guess I have to find out if one of the batteries are not working in the phone. The next time I'll charge it up, it will still a lot of battery, but just want to know if everything is actually as it should. Okay, we have 36% of battery left, so I'll still take some hours to flatten it down. Um, let's get this on here to heat it up a little further. Well, the projector is still running and it's still shooting it out and all that, and yeah, so everything is still doing its thing, and it is heating up. Or we have been running the update thing for 49. It should be taking around an hour, so it doesn't seem to work. This update or downgrading. I thought it might, because Android 13 actually seemed to do a downgrade on Android 13. From Android 13 to Android 13, it actually did seem to actually allow the downgrade. As far as I can see, that was a downgrade from what was actually installed on the mobile. But apparently, it doesn't seem to allow an Android 14 to an Android 13. Warning after the camping light is turned, yeah, whatever. And we still have it ongoing, and it is heating the phone up for sure. Hopefully, it's still running in regards to the live stream.
You know how they always say the projector was just forgery, right? Well,
Where's my? It seems to be hopefully still running. Okay. So we're still trying to heat the phone up and all that. But yeah, in regards to the battery, either my one of my batteries is not connected or not working, or they have made some calculations that are wrong in regards to how much battery is actually in it, and I guess they would then be selling it on false pretense or whatever it's called in regards of the stats. But it might just be a battery that is not working on this, which then would mean they probably want me to send the mobile back and all that if that's the case. And it's like, oh no. Like, if that would be but it could also just be that they have made a mistake in regards to the calculation. But because there seems to be so much confusion in regards to these things, in regards to how much battery and all that. So I would like to have other people actually test it out. FM radio settings. Yeah, of course, Facebook is uh-huh. Mhm. Yeah, just in regards of Facebook, it's like all the with all this new synchronization, all that you just do all your. It's like lots of weird things being done on the platform. Um, yeah, okay. I see here. Well, hey, Dino. Like I've just been thinking about it. Either they have wrong stats in regards to the battery, or I have a battery that is broken. Like you usually have like two cells. You have two cells in the mobile, and if there's a breakage to the other cell, then of course I would only have one operating cell, and that could of course still be working for the mobile. Or that's pretty much only two options. Either I have a cell that is not working, or they have calculated wrongly and they're pushing wrong information in regards to the cell. But hey, if you could discharge your phone totally and charge it up, and if you have one of these chargers and all that, and see what your result you actually get, so I can confirm if this is on my end or not. Because if you get around 100 watt hours as well, then of course there's probably not anything wrong. It's probably just their stats that is calculated wrong and selling it with, there's a lot of confusion in this area for sure. It was like 100 watt hours compared to 175 watt hours. That's a huge difference. Huge difference. But yeah, it still survives a long time with 100 watt hours. And it's not like it's not it's still it takes a lot to kill it. And the best way to kill it is to turn on the projector and just full light condition and all that, and just have it sit there and do the projector thing. That is the easiest way to empty it out. But yeah. So, but anyway, I'm down at 34%, and I will do when I when I get it down, I will do another test, see if I still get 100 watt hours, and if that's the case, I'll just write them and ask them about it. If this is actually the real, if they're actually having wrong information, or if I have a broken battery. Um, But it would be nice to have some further confirmations from someone else if they actually get 175 watt hours, or if they only get 100 watt hours. Now, 100 watt hours is still a lot and all that. I wouldn't be, I just want to be, sure that both batteries are actually operational. It's like, because if I'm losing out 75 watt hours, that's kind of a lot. Anyway, getting back to it. So yeah, so as far as I calculated with the things, right, you have to have around 175 watt hours, and we want to use watts instead of amps because of the, you if you have it's giving you the wrong idea if if you use amps, because many mobiles you have like different kinds of voltage, and the voltage changes in regards to the energy. So what you usually do is amps times voltage gives you the watt hours. Like if I have like 5 voltage and 1 amp, it's 5 watts. Now if I have 1 voltage and 5 amps, I have 5 watts. Now, there's a huge difference in regards to the cable, in regards to how the size of the cable that you need to use and all that, and you might actually have some loss when you do the 5 amps, but compared to the 5 volts, but the energy is pretty much the same, you know. So, but if you're doing electricity wire and all that, you kind of want more voltage, because more voltage makes you able to use, oh, what happens? Oh, there we go. We got it. The projection temperature is too high. Please turn off the projection. Do you want to turn off the projection now? 59.0. Is that the heat of the projection? I wonder. Uh oh, that was not on purpose. Come on. No, we lost it. Oh, there we go. Oh, 58. Now it's 58. Okay. So this must be the decrease. Oh, I guess maybe it's the decrease number. So it actually shows you the number of it. So you're 50. Oh, come on. I want to take a screenshot. Don't close down. As far as I know, that was like these two buttons. Apparently not. Doesn't want to take a screenshot, apparently. Okay, I guess we just have that. So the projection temperature is too high. Let's see here. Okay, now, let's try to actually have this on, and let's do this. Oh, I can't see anything now. That's a problem. There we go. Let's see here. I can't see anything, but it should go downward now that I have fixed things. We'll see. So apparently we are up at 58 degrees, but it did take a lot of time. It did take I see how long I've been live. It took me 40 minutes to actually get to that point, or 46 minutes. And I had like light on, video on, projector on, maximum, and the screen turned on at maximum and all that. Actually, it's actually I should actually have fixed it to 21. See here. Let's save this in regards of another name. Okay. Yep. Let's see here. I'm still on 58 apparently, so it's keeping to 58 in regards to decrease, it seems. Let's see here. What do we have? Okay, so this is like the projector thing. Now the projector is still on, so it's still running. You can still see it and all that. So 57, yeah. So it actually shows you so there's some stats in regards to the projector, in regards to how how hot it is and all that. So apparently it gives you a warning when you are around 59 degrees, heated up, and now it's going down, So as you can see, I'm not really using the screen. I'm not using the camera, although I'm still live streaming as well. So again, it's kind of, you are torturing. I am torturing the device for sure. So, but it's like it took some time, and the projector is still running. I haven't turned it off. So that's still running. So as you can see now, it's going downward when I'm not running all these other things. And yeah, it was kind of, torturous but it still takes a long time before it actually. And if you're like outside, you would have wind also helping on the mobile. And I'm sitting inside, and it's pretty hot, and I've turned off all fans and all that. And I really want to turn on a fan because it is pretty hot in here. So I think it's close. I think it's probably close to 28, 29 degrees or something like that. Do we have like a Let's see here if we have widget in regards of, we have like anything in regards to the weather. Thought we had like some weather thing. Apparently not. Oh well. I have an analog clock. Chrome contacts. Oh well. So I see one where we are. Where is it? Did it close it down? Oh, that's the camera. Okay. And where's the? That's the light. Camp light. Um. Okay, I guess it closed it down or something like that. I can't seem to find it. Oh, these are messengers. I hate this menu in regards of turning things like to the left and the right. And we have had it running for around an hour in regards to since the update started. I don't know what the student thing is. I guess maybe you can turn it off. I actually don't know. Student, app info. Is there a way to just clear cache? It doesn't seem to be. Yeah, disable. Apparently not possible to disable. I don't know what it is. It seems like superfluous. Yeah. Okay, so the warning has gone away and it comes around at 59 degrees Celsius, I think, as far as I can see. And but yeah, it's still running in regards to the projector, and it's not a really, you really have to torture the device to really get to that point. So things are working pretty good, in regards to the projector thing. The projector, of course, is running maximum speed and all that. Yeah. Um, but yeah, if you want a very nice application that gives you some control over things, this is the application. Total Commander. Get Total Commander. It's a wonderful, and if you can, just I fixed the link in the in the Facebook group for the newest version, because if you get it from Play Store, there will be some issues in regards to not being able to install application, because Google has targeted this application, as they usually do. They ruin everything that is good, and Google is evil, 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 wicked. There's no way to get around it. Google is just trying to whatever they can do to ruin it for the users. And that they get control. Like, I can't believe that we can't get access to our application data. That someone would just lock that in. Like, who could be so diabolical evil? Well, Google is clearly an evil organization. Absolutely, evil, wicked. That you go into Android and you can't even get access to it because oh, to protect your privacy. Who cares about your data, that you can't get access to your data? We're so concerned about your privacy, so you can't get access to your data. So all the notations and all that, too bad. Too bad. You can't get it out. That's just too bad, because we're so concerned about your privacy. So all your work in in these folders, we just locked it away from you. All of a sudden, we just took it away from you. All of out of nowhere, we just gave you the long middle finger, and we took your data away from you, because under the excuse that we are so concerned about your privacy. So who cares about the data that you made and all the weeks of work that you did? Who cares? And oh yeah, and I just lost all my data. Thank you very much, Google, and thank you very much, Samsung. It's just wonderful to know that all those weeks of setting up and work and all that just went out the window with just because you wanted to protect my privacy and my security and whatnot in regards to all the bullshit excuses. Which again, actually, if we look into, we can actually make a little thing in regards of. Let's see here. Let's see here. So I have my Samsung phone somewhere. Where's my Samsung phone? And also, every time you get a phone, you need to figure out how do I get into recovery, because it's never the same. You always need to kind of puzzle around with it and find the right combination, all that. Like, who needs puzzles anymore, because the powers to be throws one puzzle at us at another, you know one after another of these bullshit puzzles where you need to find the right combination and the right things how to do these things. It's like no one needs to toy around with puzzles anymore, because the world has just become one big puzzle of absolute madness. Okay, so this is my Samsung X Cover 6, where you can actually change the battery. And I actually did fix so I can actually charge batteries, although Samsung didn't sell anything themselves, and these are two small batteries. And I actually tried to see if I could make a double battery and all that. But whatever, this mobile, that was my main mobile with all my stuff and all that. But anyway, how do you actually get into in regards to unlocking the bootloader? Now, actually, if you turn it on here, you can see, should be able to see, that it will give you a warning, right? Maybe I should actually do it on the other way around here. See here? See the phone? Well, maybe it's just let's just take the battery out and in again. That's the wonderful thing with having a battery, is that you can just take it out and take it on. So see here. When we turn it on, Samsung. This phone bootloader is unlocked and its software integrity can't be verified. Any data on this phone may be vulnerable to attackers. Don't store any important or sensitive data information on the phone. And blah, 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 blah. Secured by Knox and blah, 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 blah. Yeah. Okay. So what you actually need to do if you want to get into this boot thing in regards to the Samsung is, you need to play around, right? Okay, let's see here. So what you need to do is like, you have the plus, the volume up and down. You push those, and then you take and I guess it might need to be connected to the computer, but we'll see. And then you take an USB-C. These are the puzzle pieces in regards of how you do it, right? And let's see if it actually does anything. Maybe it doesn't do anything. Oh, something is happening. Let's see here. No, it's just in regards to charging, I guess. Okay. So I guess I need to have a computer that is actually turned on. Yeah, it's a stupidity of the rubbish. Let's try to. Okay, so what we're going to do, I'll just push the USB into the computer, the laptop. I'll still hold the two volume buttons down, and we'll just fix it there. Let's see if I can get it to work. There we go. So this was one of the ways that you needed to do it in regards of the to get in there. Warning: a custom OS can cause critical problems in phone and installed applications. If you want to download a custom OS, press the volume up key. I haven't actually tried that, but anyway, I don't think. Anyway, but that there's like device unlock, volume up, press long. Okay. So unlock mode, okay, so let's try to press the volume up mode here. But I was looking for but maybe it was in regards to the Chinese lock boot. If you lock the bootloader, you will lose any photos, data, or apps that is not backed up. A factory data reset. Volume up, yes. Lock bootloader, any factory reset phone. Volume no, do not lock bootloader and restart phone. But there was kind of maybe it's can we actually get let's see here, translator. Do we have a Google Translate on this phone? Google Translate, photos, Google TV. There's a Google thing in regards to that as far as I recall, but I don't see anything on this phone in regards to Translate. I can see here, Translate. Or maybe we can do it like that, maybe. Okay. So let's do like this. Open camera by using app. Okay, so can we actually just see if we can translate this? Translate. Let's see if it actually. Okay, if you look. Now, in one of the updates, when they did it, they actually had an excuse to why they did it, and I can't find it anymore. So I'm not sure why I can't find it anymore. But maybe one of the updates just removed the excuse of security or privacy or whatever. And I was looking for it when I actually made a mistake and deleted everything I had on my phone. It's just wonderful, isn't it? Just to wipe it all out by mistake. But I guess they actually removed the warning in regards of. Um, but yeah, that's how you unlock the bootloader on this phone, at least on the X Cover 6 and all that. And of course, the idea was to see if I could actually get access to. I actually don't know if I guess you still need to root it after unlocking the bootloader. I guess you will still need to do things to actually unlock it in regards to things. And um, I haven't actually checked if it's now actually having access to the data while it has Android 14 and all that. But yeah, just disgusting of, just I won't use a phone where my data is locked in. This is the most diabolical thing that Google has ever done, and they have done a lot of diabolical things for sure. Um, this phone's bootloader is unlocked and blah blah blah. I haven't really checked if there's anything in regards of. I can't remember all the things in regards to how to do things. I do like the old manual for. Might actually be nice to gain. I remember they had like a manual for one of the phones in the past that I kind of used, and that was. But again, it's usually not the same from one phone to another phone, and that's the thing. You always have to like relearn how to get around things and this and that, and do the commands that you need to do, and sort it all out to actually get to the point where you can actually get to do what you want. It's very tedious. Anyway, let's see here. If I do I have total command? No, I don't have total command on this phone. I can't install it because it's on the. I guess I can take it. No, I can't. Well, I need to. Let's see here. Do we have like SD card? Can I like take it? No. Would be nice with a quick release for the SD card and all that. I guess I'll. Come on. Um. But yeah, the phone is pretty hot at the moment, and I think it won't take long for actually getting up a warning again if I actually go into Toolbox and if I actually turn on the camping light again and give it maximum. It will fix the heat up on the phone pretty quickly, I think. And I went into that. No, that turns off the. So let's try again. Oh, we need to wait 10 minutes and we'll just push on the flashlight apparently as well can be on. Both of them can be on. And of course we'll heat up the phone for sure. While we find the where's the settings? There we go. Okay, let's see here. Data storage. So yeah, I probably shouldn't have updated the phone for Android 14, because it kind of makes issues. It might kind of make it, at this point, kind of unusable. Oh, hey, all the backup thing. Oh, you can take a Google backup. Yeah, well, Google backup. You kind of want to take a backup to your own device. Why have all the Google thing? Anyway, let's see here if we can. Can I like eject? There you go. So there we go. Safely rejected, right? Because you have to be careful these days in regards of the data because a little thing here and there, and then your data is corrupted, and you need to try to figure out how to fix it, right? As usual, the bullshit of this world. Why make something that actually just corrupt so easily. It just doesn't make any sense. How in the world would no people actually like think about? Well, it actually do corrupt pretty quickly. Maybe we need to kind of figure out something so it doesn't corrupt so easily if you just take it out, you know. But no, no, no. Apparently not. Apparently that's too hard, you know. Uh, and just little by little, it gets to be more and more complicated and more issues. Okay. Anyway, let's see here. So what we need to do is install the master. Of course, if you unlock the bootloader, as far as I recall, you can't update the phone. So you need to do that manually from there on. Um, because why would you have the ability to just update your system if you like? Give me a break, you know. It's disgusting. There's so much. I'm I'm just so disgusted over how they operate. Okay, we have the file thing here. We're going to SD card applications and we're going total commander. There we go. In settings, let's install it. Uh-oh. Without total commander, Android would be to the trash. And what does Google do? They attack total commander. You know, it's terrible. Instead of actually being, happy that total commander even exists, right? They just ruin those good applications that actually gets freedom for the users and possibilities to actually use their mobile like they want, instead of how the powers to be, the devil, wants it. So anyway, so here we have it. And what was I want? Oh, yeah, I wanted to know if I can actually access my user data now that I've rooted. Allow, accept, allow. Okay, let's see if it works. And it still comes up with nah. Okay, so even with the even if I unlock the bootloader, apparently it needs to be rooted as well to actually get access to your data. Clearly, I still don't have the possibility to access my data on it. Um, to protect your privacy, choose another folder. Thank you very much. And I guess it won't be able to update the phone now because I rooted or what do I open the bootloader, so I don't think it will actually accept that because I have, but we'll see, I guess. I'm thinking of just selling the phone, but we'll see in regards of getting this phone up and running and see if I can make it my main mobile. This tank version here, and go with that. Yeah, it is sad to see how they just ruin mobile phones and do the most heinous things. But yeah, it will need to be rooted somehow. And again, there's not that many people using this phone, so how in regards to rooting it, I don't know. If there's any, probably need to download one of these. Oh yeah, all these applications. Yeah, camera is just, oh my. And of course, they also changed how to actually turn this phone off. Just bullshit. Like, let's not have it like standard way to do how to turn off that, like we did have for many years. No, let's just make another way to as a standard, right? Give me a break. Anyway, there's also 2 terabytes micro SD for phones now. There we go. It's just a little weird that you actually need when put the you put the SIM slot and the and the micro SD card in, it's kind of, you need to do it like backward. It's kind of a little weird how they fix that. It seems like to be the wrong way around that you actually do it, that you insert it. But anyway, there we go. Yeah, okay. Okay, it's still pretty hot, but it hasn't given me a warning yet. It seems it should be close to giving me a warning. Thinking. Toolbox. Uh, Camping light. No, apparently. Okay, but it has all the things turned on. We have the sand disk. We have the my card on again. Of course, this is my QQKK where the bullshitters ruined all my data. Thank you very much for that. That just set me years backward, trying to help people, but apparently you know, more than enough satanic people in the world that loves to do evil. So QQKK, and of course YouTube had also made it a lot harder to actually download the files from their place. So who knows if that's even possible to actually, I wonder if the AI, well, maybe not. Let's see here. Season expired. Apparently, the AI expired in regards of login. Let's see here. Chat GPT. Let's see what that actually says in regards of possibilities of. Oh, I hate this place. I just hate living at this place. I need to get away from this place. This is not a place to live. Um, Evil, wicked place. Okay, let's see. Let's make a new one. And do you know the QQKK encryption madness, encryption evil? Let's see if I can encryption. I can't even. How do you spell encryption? Encryption with an E. There we go. Let's see. The QQ encryption evil doesn't seem to be a rightly recognized term of concept. It might be okay. Um, have you heard about the encryption scam or something like that scam and the QQKK? Let's see if it. Doesn't really seem to get any. Doesn't apparently seem to get much data in regards to that. QQ virus, ransomware, how to decrypt QQKK files. But yeah, it's probably in regards to this, that you need to pay for it and all that. QQKK virus ransomware removal. QQKK is a variant of the well-known StopDJVU ransomware family. It's a file encrypting virus that locks down your personal data. Yeah, it's evil. Never tried something as evil as that someone would actually be able to do that. And then they. So how would you actually set it up to decrypt it? Another specific moment that can help you to use the files even after the encryption is the fact that QQKK ransomware encrypts only the first 150 kilobyte of each file. Hence, you can try to run a big file such as video or music without the encryption. Similar features also work with other ransomwares families. Okay, so yeah, that's interesting. So maybe you can run some of the files even if maybe I can run some of these files that I have in regards to video here. If let's try to push and make them run. Let's see here. Open as video. Let's see if that works. Yes. Hello. No, it has playback error. Sadly, this doesn't work. Apparently it's encrypted enough so it actually corrupts the files. Okay, the mobile is pretty hot. I still haven't seen any warning yet. We're down on 25 in regards of and of course it hasn't updated it to Android 13 and all that. I guess I will need to find out how to get the drivers for it so I can get the ABP thing, and all that, and see if I can downgrade it or root it. It's not entirely sure which way, if it's possible. Um, it's nice that you can see in regards to how much RAM you're actually using. I don't think I've seen that before. Although I hate the thing where you need to move back and forward because I don't have an overview. It's just waste of time for me to go through the things that you know, it's just rubbish. This is absolute rubbish. Why would you do it like that? Um, it's like Google is just ruining, things more and more. They seem to love that. So yeah, I'm not even sure in regards to Android 13 or Android 14 in regards to this phone if it's actually a good thing to actually go to Android 14. What do you actually get out of it besides more rubbish from Google? Apparently, there doesn't seem to be much of a way to get the files back besides wasting a lot of time and. Yeah, it's just wonderful that people are actually out there, actually like we don't have enough madness around. We have these people out there who love ruining it for other people. That's disgusting. That's just evil. It's another level of evil. Take all your data and corrupt it all. Yeah. Anyway, so now we have streamed and we have. Well, I guess we don't have an unlocked. What do you call it? Was that unlock the? Because that's a different thing, and I don't know if you can how you get into that in regards to unlocking the bootloader. That's the way, right? The bootloader. Um, and I can't remember which and what and all that and what we need and all that. I guess the bootloader was to unlock in regards to so you could install another kind of bootloader where you get a little more control over the mobile and can do things and all that. But yeah, it's many years ago since I toyed around with that, and Just give me a break. Okay, let's see a background image. You know, wall and star. Oh, that's interesting. We actually got an error apparently. That seems. Let's try that again. Okay. Themed icons. I'm not sure what that is. Apparently it's beta. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. It does seem to be a little, having a little struggle now, and I can feel that it's hot. It's home settings. Would have been nice in regards to the home screen layout. I actually had more in regards of five time, or in regards of the menu buttons as well. Uh-oh. Yeah, like where's the change? Like again, new interfaces, right? Instead of just having like we need to have new interfaces all the time, right? Why have something that just works, right? Let's have new interfaces. Oh, didn't it change it? Are you kidding me? New interfaces all the time. Oh, need to say home and lock screen. Yeah, yeah. There we go. Okay, there we go. We got some green and no animation. Oh, it's hot. It's hot. The mobile is hot now. Um, I have both lights on at the moment, so it is heating the phone up. Although I haven't seen a warning yet, and the projector is still running, and it's using the fan for sure. So it's nice with the with the with the thing here. I like that actually is being used as a clock actually. That's nice. That's a nice little thing. Um, yeah, I guess it is actually around that time. The FM radio, I tried that and seems to still have issues in Android 14. When you put in the antenna, you still have issues when you turn on the loudness in regards to the speaker. Um, so so that's terrible. I don't know if I could try another kind of. Well, I don't have many others than this actually working, but clearly something is wrong. How is it that you can sell a what do you call it? How is it that you can actually sell a product and then just take features away from the user, and think that's okay? I do wonder. You sell a product where you can actually get access to your data, and then you just take it away from the user. That doesn't make any sense.
Do it for you. Look into your heart, you will find nothing to hide. Take me as I am, take my life. I would give it all. I would sacrifice. Don't tell me not
Yeah, as you can see, that's a problem here. I turned it down and it didn't work. A lot better. Now there's nothing in regards of really nothing. Well, that's still a little, but and if I turn it a little lower, it will even become more clear. It doesn't make any sense, and it's actually not that loud. It's actually very low in regards to the loudness compared to. So not sure what is going on with that. Just
you know it's true. Everything I do, oh, do it for you. It's Oscar the Wahop, you know that the Prince of Thieves, making last night you only the Ron Evans, so everything I do it for you. But I tell you, it's someone is on fire and then get glaciers, I'll be with you.
I can see a lot of my posts are still not accepted on the group in regards of Total Commander 3.5 in regards to the link and all that. So yeah. Oh well. I can collect some of the data. It's like in regards of charging the device, it should only take around 2 hours and all that when I get that going. Let's see. At the moment, it's charging the system up pretty good in regards of. That's actually interesting because it actually seems to be lower than expected in regards of. Okay. I have the 230 volts turned on. Of course, that have been using power. The computer is also turned on. So that will also be using power. So apparently, it's less power than I actually thought that was actually be in the system. Oh well. Anyway, I guess it's been raining today as well, and then the sun came out. So yeah, so some of my posts on that group is apparently not coming forward. I guess I should make a concentrated a post Actually, I should save it. Let's see here. New. Let's see. Save as. I'll find the place with the tank tree thing here. Information. Okay, so we need to figure out how to also get into the boot. Let's see here. Okay, let's see here. What's called the bootloader. See here. Unlock bootloader. Unlock bootloader. Question mark. Okay. Recovery. Enter recovery. These like tank 3 Pro. Android 13 have access to user app data. Android 14 does not. Android 14 version does not. Okay. Information. Okay. Total commander. Total commander must have app. Link. Installation. Okay. So we'll just fix some data in regards to that at some point. Into recovery, I'll just need to further have a little test in regards to that. Okay, let's see here. Real watt hour battery in the phone. 100 watt hours, around 100 watt hours. Yeah, anyway, as far as I can see at least. Complain about heat issues around 59 or maybe 60 degrees. Okay. Oh, complain about heat predictor. Heat issues around 55 degrees. And we still haven't had a heat warning yet in regards to things, which is kind of weird. Maybe it's the camera that kind of uses maybe a little more than the other one. I really would like to see just one more heat warning before going off. And I really need to yeah. I'll be right back. Yeah. Let's see if this goes. Okay, so far so good. But anyway, I guess I'll see if if anything, I guess one can just go back to Android 13. Although we will need to see how that um, Android 13 have access to user data. Android 14 version does not and locks it. Jail. Okay, bootloader. Not sure. Get in. Yep. Enter recovery. Let's see here. Turn on button. I see turn on button plus up volume. 5 to 10 seconds. Then release turn on button. And release turn by sliding finger to the side and continue while still pressing volume up. Then I can't remember the screen, but anyway, tell commander must have app link for installation. I'll just fix the link for that as well. There we go. Non-Google version. Non-Google, no nonsense version. Non-Google, no nonsense version. There we go. Non-Google, no nonsense version. Direct. Non-Google, no nonsense version. There we go. Must have app link. App application. Link for installation. No. Okay, there we go. Like this. Real battery in phone 100 and something. We'll just make some further looking into that. Okay, complaints about projector heat issues around 59 to 60 degrees, probably 60 degrees, but it's around there. Not sure how to get in yet. Unlock bootloader. I'm not sure how to get in yet. Enter recovery, turn on, or still stand. See here. Turn on button and push. Okay, still pressing up. Getting into the menu of no data. Screen no data. Screen no data. Release buttons. Release turn off. Now release up volume. Then push turn on button and hold. Then push and hold turn on button and push up volume once, and there you go. Okay, drivers for Windows 7. So you have Tank 3 Pro drivers for Windows, ABD or something like that. Not found yet. Well, there we go. Okay, so far so good. So we just fixed the information. Oh yeah, in regards of link to update files. Link to update files. Although the information is kind of rubbish. The information manuals is kind of roughish, and false information, or confusion, not helping. And waste of time. There we go. To system up files. Link to system files. System files, all the information manuals is kind of rubbish, false information or confusion, not helping, and waste of time. Okay, unlock bootloader. Okay, so it's like, yes, we have. Okay, we have this one. Unlock bootloader. Enter. And go. Unlock bootloader. Rooting the device. Rooting. No, wait, no. Um. Okay, so far so good. Oh yeah, radio issue. Another radio issue. Radio issue. Turning up the volume makes the radio connection uh, scratch. But I don't know. I don't both on Android 8.13 and 8.14. Turning off the volume makes the radio connection scratch. I don't know why. I don't know why. Okay, so far so good. So apparently it kind of doesn't want to complain about heat issues. No heat issues, or maybe it's like, but it is pretty hot. But I don't see any heat issues. Okay, we're down at 17%, so that's nice. In regards of it's running for 2 hours, in regards to the update, it won't downgrade to Android 13, which is kind of sad because I'm thinking like it might be just a good idea to just run Android 13. So I will need to figure out how to install Android 13 again. Oh yeah, install version of Android installed. Oh yeah, information installed version of my own. Of fabrication installed version. Fabrication installed version. Let's see here. That was this one. I think 2023. Was that the one? I think it was. Yeah, I think that was the one. Oh yeah, that's true. There's some different things, different stuff. Let's fix that as well. Radio issue. Okay, see here we also have the dialer information stuff for phone. Okay. Um, okay, let me another way here. Battery temp. Okay, millivolts 42. When I, well, anyway. Okay. So apparently we don't get any more warnings. Well, we did get one warning, so far so good, you know. And the battery's being drained down. It's fine. So everything is, I guess, going as it should. Shouldn't be that long to draining it totally down. And I will fix for another charging. I could like actually make like a computer thing in regards to charging, so I can actually follow along on the computer. Although I can't remember where I fixed the app. Should be somewhere. I know I was toying around with it at some point. Where you fix it to the computer. Let's see if it's turned on. Yeah. The question is, where did I put that information in regards of it? That's the question. I think I did install something and all that. Buffalo, Geekbench. That's a good question. Where did I put it? Like when you go from one computer to another. In regards of information, benchmark, TTTT maybe? No, that's Rufus. Desktop, quick. Um, oh, here we go. Witten C4. Where's the application? And some different RAW files and all that. MetaSoft, C4. Let's see if we have some C4 here. No, I should have had an application in regards of. I don't think I deleted it or anything like that. Future tomorrow. Remarks of C2 dial rush to the sky. MetaSoft 2.3. Maybe MetaSoft. Let's see if MetaSoft. Um, no. Okay. Dial GPO program. That's my actually my own future tomorrow's empire and remarks of C. Should should have it somewhere in regards to things. That's the APD. I wonder where I put my own things in regards to this. C4. Of course, also should have like the file for. That's a good question. System installations, snappy driver installation. Check image. That's a good question. Oh, I do have the files here, but I would have thought that I had kind of Town Fresh Handbrake Portable ATM picture video. Oh, I guess that's actually the only. No, 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 no. Okay, that's the other phone. Okay. Resurrected ATM. I don't know where I put the. Did have like a folder in regards of it at some point. But the question is, of course, where that would be. We do have the Veteran C4 here folder, but that's only RAW files. And the question is, where is my maybe in programs? Hmm, that's a good question. Buffalo. Like, because like, where is the one that I actually made in regards to the updates and all that? That's a good question. It's like Buffalo, boot, Windows. I don't know. I really don't know what it is. I can see I have the files here in regards to RAW. Something in regards of C4. I guess I can try to search on C4 and see what I have I can find on, but that would probably give me a lot of results, yeah, which doesn't really help me in regards to the app. There's a specific kind of files that is used for the no, I guess it's let's see here. Zip file, zip file, zip file. I do have the 7-zip. Okay. And users. Nope. Users. Darkijah. Documents desktop. Um, what is it? www. There we go. Okay, so here we have the files. Can we like extract? And okay. Yep. Okay. So now we have the dial go. Uh-huh. And program. As far as I recall, I kind of had the. I have we have the application at least in regards to fixing the C4. Let's see what is this. But where's my own file in regards to this? That's a good question. That should be somewhere. I have like a future of tomorrow. That's one of the and meter solved. Okay, is that the? Oops. See if it opens up and we got this is the meter. So raw remarks of sea rust to the sky. Okay. So here we kind of have the Veteran 2.3 and it should be able to do English as well, but I don't really see where Where is my... I don't know where I could have fixed it. Maybe I lost it some point or something like that. I don't. Oh, how wonderful it is to live here. Something like that. Terrible. Clearly, I have the files here. I got to some of the files. Program v3. But I don't see any other. This column. No, I don't know why that would be. So sick and tired of this place. Like, first one neighbor, then another neighbor, then a third neighbor. It's just terrible. I can't live yet. System installations, Jack Chick, LG, V20 stuff, new folder, drivers, web install. Yeah. Too many datas to sort out. Portable, could it be? Probably not in my portable applications. Yeah, website. Website B. It's like what B stands for. Website B. That's a good question. I wonder where my own file for. It should be somewhere. Clearly. In regards to these raw files, it's kind of like C4 dial, GPO program, V3. These are more like, where's my own program files for it? I don't see them. Bamboo, maybe I ended up deleting them by mistake. I have no idea. Kind of know I had it somewhere. I just don't know where. No idea. It's been some time since I toyed around with it. Oh well. I really can't do. That's annoying. Save games, desktop. No. Okay, maybe I can search on the exe file and find something. Let's see, a Dalgo. No, that's like a program. Let's try. Yeah, this is the. Let's see, rename and copy and search for that, I guess. Oh, sounds nice place. That's one. Oh, we found more. Oh, it's the same place, it seems. Darkijah, download C4. Okay, downloads. C4 USB tester. Okay. Downloads. See here. You can find it. Downloads. Where are the downloads? That's a good question. Um, Search. Like download desktop, and we got to like return. Okay, so this is the only other place. Open file location. Oh, here we go. I think downloads apparently. Darkijah downloads, which apparently is in. Okay. Apps. Some apps data thing here. What is this? Different sizes. Uh-huh. Okay. We also have some drivers here for something. Not sure what that is. And that's the Buffalo thing, but yeah, as far as I know, that's not working so good anymore. Maybe it's the system actually. So here we have the USB multimeter PC software 2.4 and 2.6, and we have the meter up as well. And I'm not sure what. Let's see, open this one and see what we have. Oh, that's in regards to updating them. Yep. And where do we have the updates? Update 4. Oh, here we have the updates 3.2, 3.3, 3.6, 3.7, 4.0, and 4.2. Okay. So that's the update for the module. Then we have the theme editing, and my own theming should be there. Skin my. There we go. Okay. I wonder why it's actually in download. Then we have Windows Desktop Runtime. I guess that's for the programs here. Let's open first one and then the other one and see what we have. Okay, that's nice. And we have all my colors and all that. Yeah. 2.4. I have no idea why it would be in the download folder, although, how would I put it in that? I'm not sure. See here, English. I have two versions here. We have 2.4 and 2.6, and we have them in the right colors. Although I can't remember the difference in regards to things, but anyway, so in regards to real curve and all that. Pause, clear, show, this and that, and I'll just fix a USB thing from that and over to it, I guess, at some point before we start, and see if we can get something out of that. Probably a lot of updates in regards to these applications, but yeah. So in the download folder, okay, so we can pretty much delete these. And what are we going to do with these? MetaSoft 2.3. Rush through the sky. I don't know. Why would I have two different folders for it? I don't know. Let's put this one in. We have the firmware update, we have the USB multimeter, we have the C4 PIC 3.0 team editing software, and then I have the some kind of install things. Dial TPU, C4 program, C4 V32 2023, Wall Future Tomorrow, Meter Soft 2.3. That would be apparently another older version, I think. Which again, I'm not entirely sure why I would have these. Oops. Let's see here. Users. Yeah, download. See downloads. I'll go in here. Let's just say extract. There we go. Yeah, I will just have a look on that at some point. But I don't know why I would have to. This is, as far as I recall, is the main folder I have. Right, guys, a firmware update 1.5 has pretty much all the. So you can update those USB keys or those. And I guess that might actually have become a new version. The last version I have 4.2. Didn't I actually? Apparently, I don't have a link for. Should have had like information on it as well. Doesn't seem to um, have any text file either. I had two places of websites and all that for it. And apparently, at least for now, I don't see any. I see some of the skin my own test 5, 6 and all that. We have different test skin another test thing here. But I don't see. Oh well, I guess I'll have to find it again. I see Bitram website. Well, here's the website, although it's as usual not in English. So as far as I recall, I actually used a website to translate it to English. There we go. Let's see here. Hello, Cable World. Does this sentence sound familiar to you? No, it's okay anyway. So we're going to A3U. Is that the? I think it is. U3 within next generation USB watch. That's not the one. Like, what is this application? Have they made a new application now? Oh, maybe it's for showing off the. Okay, this is not the one I was looking for. There we go. Yeah, C4, C5. There we go. Okay, we have the instructions, the manual, the C4 to C5 manual. Oh, that's interesting. And I wonder what the real difference really is in regards to the newest version. Like 12 amps, it says 10 amps, 48. Okay, 48 volts, I guess. I can't remember how many volts it actually can handle these. Is it actually less than? See here. Well, actually says 48 volts, so at least this one. What about the other one? Um, Actually says 36 volts, the oldest one of them. Okay. But the C4 I have says 48, so that should be able to do 48 volts. So not a problem. Oh, okay. Oh, is it not translated into English? C5 has virtual emarks and virtual data line functions compared to C4, and the rest are the same. So virtual emarks and virtual data line functions, I don't know what that is. C5 has virtual emarks and virtual data line, so you can set it up for yourself or something like that. I don't know, but it sounds like it's pretty much of the same. So oh well, very advanced. Let's see what we have in regards to updates for it. PC upgrade software, veteran CC, blah blah blah, firmware upgrade software 2.5. So I guess there's been an update on that. Veteran host computer curve software. Not entirely sure if that's the. Oh, you gotta be kidding me with all. Oh yeah, that's the software. Apparently, there's a 3.0 version. Apparently, that seems to be the newest version here. So surely things have been ongoing in regards to things. Added support for A2C and C5. So pretty much doesn't sound like there's really much of a difference. It's just added support for the C5. I see 2.6 is the one that I have. Doesn't really say anything in regards of 2. Added support for new models of USB test. Added support for C5. Added support for A2C and C5. So probably not any difference in regards to this. You Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, and we have the runtime thing as well. So we have those two, and apparently the upgrade. So what about the firmware? Let's see. Wow, what is that? Share the same firmware will automatically identify the device model. Share the same firmware will automatically identify the model. Or C4, C4L, C5 share the same firmware and will automatically identify the device model. Okay. Firmware free experience to trick to the background to measure ripple. Free experience to trick the background to measure ripple. Free experience to trick the. I don't know what this is. Apparently, it's version 3.4. So there's a firmware 6.2 and a 3.4. Which I don't know really what the difference is. Then we have the upgrading instructions down here. Which I guess I can't actually remember totally, and you need to sort that out as well, of course. 3.4. So yeah, we have some updates. Probably not going to do much. Of course, the things are working without any issues, so why actually update them, right? I guess is the question. It actually has like 3.2, 3.3, 3.6, 3.7, 4.0, and 4.2. So, okay, so the newest version, I guess, is the 6.2. Mm-hmm. I guess. That's interesting. I should probably have found these things on the other computer so we just download it directly to it. I can't remember why I kept the other version. 2.4. Oh, are we nearly done in regards to this battery thing? Well, 7%. Okay, come on, get it over with. Drain the battery. Veteran supercharge system. Okay. I also have that forum thing and all that. Oh, give me a break with the music. If it's not one thing that is making noise at this place, it's another. Well, I guess you could, like, kind of, put something in front of the fan and make it actually go heating up. I guess, like, do like this. Oh, actually, the air is coming out another place, I guess. It's interesting that I actually haven't seen anything in regards of don't block the heat, exhaust. That's usually a thing that they would say, because it usually doesn't take so long for it then to heat up. I remember. Oh, what do we have here? Yeah, there we go. The projector temperature is too high, and the projection will be automatically turned off later. And the projection will be automatically turned off later. Okay. So will it turn it off now? We'll see. Ah. So okay, that makes sense. So I think I know why. Okay. Okay. So the guy that had issues with this, might actually just get into this mode of like feeling like it's blocked. Someone says they're not as resilient as they say. I guess you broke it. I guess you broke it. That's kind of also heavy now, but I guess. Okay, there we go. Well, I guess we're still. I can take this out because of the radio. The mobile is pretty hot. It is heated up. It didn't really give us a warning in regards of, but it closed it down instead of giving us the heat warning. I do wonder if the heat warning might have been some. No, it doesn't really look like it, does it? Yeah. Well, we're down at 5% now. We're just going to turn it on again just to get the last part of the. Wonder in regards of. Oh, let's turn it on. Oh, we have it turned on. Guess the fans haven't started yet. There we go. There we go. So it shouldn't take that long before we actually have it dried out. Let's see, battery. Very low, yeah, shouldn't take too much. And I guess we'll just fix a cable for the computer, I guess, and let's try to see if we can actually get it to work. And yeah, let's do that. Now we'll take this cable here and fix that into here. And let's see if it works. If we like fix it down here. Oh yeah, great, it works. That was quick. Okay. So that works. That'll be interesting. Of course, it would be nice to actually just cool the mobile down before we actually start in regards to the charging, as it is pretty heated at the moment. So we'll just use the last part of battery, and then we'll, you can see the application I have here, and here we go. So I connected it, this little guy here, and then it fixes up the information on the screen. So that seems to be working pretty solid, very easily, very quickly. Although I can't totally remember all the data and all that, but and there's something to reset it, right? Something like that. Show voltage reset. No, that's resetting the colors. We don't want to do that. Clear. Oh, that's okay. That's the clear. Oh, we have the real curve, the FS curve, the real curve, 100 samples, 10. I can't remember how that actually. But anyway, can we actually calculate how much power that has? Maybe not. Because maybe I need to have that. Oh well, it is what it is. We'll see how it works out, and that'll be interesting anyway. Connected, clear. It's like 11.750 amps and 101. Oh, that's the. Oh, it actually. Oh, it actually has the information from. Oh, that's nice. Okay, so we need to go to this one. Yeah, nice. It actually changes. Wow, that's cool. That's pretty cool. So we can actually see the. Wow, that's awesome. There we go. So you can actually see that it changed this one, and I'm just fixing it on. So we have the voltage, the amps, and the watts, and all that. And we'll see how that goes. It looks pretty good, and hopefully it has enough power to actually charge the mobile to a full extent. Although, let's see here, how much is the still getting power into the system, but it does seem to be pretty low on. Yeah. Oh well, that'll be interesting. Can we actually get this square thing away or something like that? Oh well. So yeah, we are ready. We just need to put this in the charger and then the cable, the original cable, into the mobile. And oh, the projection temperature is too high. Please turn off the projection. Do you want to turn off the projection now? So it's like 59. So at 59 it complains. Okay, 59 degrees. And if it goes above that, I guess it just turns automatically off. So let's see, 59 degrees. Complaints about projector heat issues around. Okay. Blocking. Let's see, blocking the project, blocking the out, the what's it called, heat output. Yeah. Projector temperature is too high. Please turn off the projection. Do you want to turn off the projection now? Nope. Let's see here. Okay, we have the projection there. Okay. Let's try to just start the, because of course this is the one of the things that actually takes power from the. Yeah, I think it's doing pretty good. In regards to the projection and all that, you would use the projection to without actually, you would see something. You would usually not live stream at the same time, but yeah, it's doing pretty good overall. Um, it's interesting, I guess, a projector in regards of hmm, where you can just fix the projection over and have it running. Yeah, well, man, doesn't look so good. Guess my skin looks a little unclean. I guess I'm not the most healthiest person either anymore. Dial information stuff for phone. We also had different things in regards to that. Let's see if we actually have. No, it okay. It removed the. Okay, so it doesn't sadly keep it up. It's like we have like 5.56 gigabyte, and like I don't even know how it actually can. Why is it even using so much? Already. Like, is it the system that is using 5.53? Because like you only have the camera open and battery thing and all that, and it already uses 5.51 gigabyte. I don't know. That just seems a little weird that it would already be using so much. When you think about other mobiles that has less RAM and all that. So how does it actually sort that out? Don't know, but um, Roman Catholic confronted. Sarah is ongoing in regards of England. She's really going at it for sure. I guess it opened up something. Okay, we have 3% left. So this is the let's see. This is the third time I have sucked dry the phone. Okay, well, still 3%. Still waiting for it. Getting close. Well, okay, that's a little of my apparently my legs and my yeah. Mm-hmm. That was not on purpose. Yeah. Well, anyway, sitting here in this hot. It's been a pretty hot day. It was raining earlier, and then became pretty good. How very interesting to run a thing, and hopefully the energy will be enough. Although I guess I can. Well, it's still getting some energy into the system, although not that much. I do. I think I have two full batteries that I can just drop into it. Um, yeah, we'll see. That'll be interesting. I haven't really used the application so much in regards to the veteran supercharged system and all that, and haven't really, I should probably have just updated to the last, version. But sometimes older versions does actually work better on some occasions and all that. So it's like it's a lot of things. That's interesting how you get the information from the veteran over to the computer, and if you like reset it, it's like, oh, that's wonderful. You have the amp hours, you have the watt hours. That's pretty cool. It's a powerful little thing, that's for sure. It can do a lot of things. These veteran things, that's for sure. And you can always, it's always nice to know how much energy is going from one device to another device and this and that, and they can really handle a lot, like a lot of amps. If they get overheated, the screen will turn begin to. But I haven't ruined any of them, which is kind of surprising when you think about how much I've tortured these. So they really do a good job in regards to that. I must give them that. So I have one that is primarily in the computer, so you can see how much the computer actually uses and all that. So it's not like you can always use them for something. There's a minor thing. I haven't tried the newest version to actually see if that's still an issue. But at least in the older versions, there's an issue in regards of. You can see like here. See the problem in regards to that. If it's turned on for a longer period of time, it kind of makes this square thing, and then you know. But overall, it's fine. This is my homemade version, and I'm thinking maybe you should actually drop more of the, another number off, because the less number you have to deal with, the kind of, like 0.007 amps is kind of like, you don't need the last bit, and I guess the voltage, you don't need that either, right? 5.087 is already good amount of, and the 0.03, you don't need the. So I was thinking of dropping another letter off. There's also I think you can actually have more, or not letters, well, numbers. I think you can actually have more numbers on, but there's some of the numbers are not actually real numbers. It's kind of where I just kind of mix it up in some sense, or try to So I think these are right numbers or real numbers, but I can't remember how. And in regards, I don't think I ever actually got an answer for it. But when you look at it, I wouldn't mind dropping another number, um, like 5.87 volts instead of, like, you would have less things going on the screen, and would just make it a little easier to read the things. 0.007 amps, right? Yeah. Like, you're really on such a low scale, so it's kind of, uh, yeah. We'll just keep the numbers less active and make it easier for you to read. Sadly, you can't make the numbers bigger, as far as I know, in regards to the size. Well, at least not the last time I was looking into in regards of customizing, because if you actually drop the letter, you could actually make it bigger as well, which wouldn't be bad, if you could actually make it somewhat bigger in regards to the numbers. So dropping one number and just making it a little bigger would make it easier to read because they're bigger, that would make it bigger. Anyway, it's not a biggie issue, but anyway. Maybe they have made something in regards to the updates. Okay, are we nearly there, or what is going on with this mobile? Are we 1%? Come on, we're nearly there. We're nearly at the goal, and then we'll charge up the. Well, we'll give it 10 minutes, 15 minutes, or something like that to cool down. So we'll just give it a chance to start as a fresh. Although, even if it feels cool outside, it might actually still be heated inside. So maybe we should give it a little more, 20 minutes or so. Just let it cool down. Yeah. And we can turn on the fan as well and help on cooling that. Okay. There we go. Get some. That's good. That's good. Get some air here. 1%. And we'll then see how many watt hours we'll get. I think around 100 again, which again means that either I don't have a battery that is active or that they have false information in regards to the phone. There we go. Come on, 1%. Come on. Come on, get there. Close the mobile phone. So that would be the third time I've pretty much emptied the phone down. And it'll be interesting. Because of Total Command, of course, you just need that application. It's a wonderful application. Gives you control over your mobile, which of course Google don't want you to have, which is absolutely disgusting, but that's... So, there we go. And of course we have the Tank 3 Pro, obviously here. Rename. Put it like a 0, so get it to the top. Tank 3. And I guess we'll make a folder for that. So yeah, 1%. Wow, it's really ongoing. It's nice. It doesn't turn down the screen or anything like that. I haven't seen anything in regards to that. Any bullshit warnings about this and that. That's nice. It's just going on. Don't use with an account. Always want to make us connected to the system. Whatever. Oh my, terror. Okay.